First National Action Realty Ipswich headquarters in Ipswich. Today we've got some exciting and interesting topics to talk about. If you are a first home buyer or a single parent looking at buying a property, this is the podcast you've been waiting for. I'm here with the professionals once again, so welcome Carrie and Helen.
Thanks, Glen.
They are not only professionals in the mortgage broking field, they're right here in Ipswich at Mortgage Choice Ipswich, and they're going to be talking to us about first home buyers grants or schemes, and also purchasing if you are a single parent and what that looks like. So very exciting stuff. So I'll hand it over to you lovely ladies. So let's have a talk about first home buyers. What's out there for those lovely people at the moment?
So the hot topic at the moment is the first home loan deposit scheme, which is where first home buyers can purchase their first home established for 5% deposit. You can also buy land and build on 5% deposit and not pay any lender's mortgage insurance. So the qualifying criteria is that you are a first home buyer and that you're an Australian citizen. There are some income thresholds and property price thresholds, but basically on 5% deposit, so on a $500,000 house, 5%, $25,000 deposit, you can get your foot in the door for a first home.
Wow, that's awesome. And so you were talking about mortgagees insurance. So can you explain what that actually is to people who maybe don't know what it is?
Yeah, I'll let Helen answer that one.
Absolutely. So lender's mortgage insurance is generally required by borrowers when they don't have a 20% deposit. So it's a bit of a necessarily evil for most people to get into a home. So what the government has done is that they're guaranteeing the balance deposit essentially up to the 20%. So under this scheme, potentially on that scenario Carrie's just discussed on a $500,000 purchase, that would add about an extra $13,500 that you would normally have to have saved as well. So it's shaving years off when people are able to get into a home, when home buyers can get into a home. Significant saving. Under that scheme, it's also opening people up to more favourable interest rates as well. So it's a terrific opportunity for first home buyers to get into the market at the absolute lowest possible interest rate, the lowest possible deposit that they can at the most favourable interest rates as well.
And wow, that's exciting. So people out there that may have thought it wasn't within your reach to be able to buy a property, you need to talk to these ladies, and they've got clients all over Australia, because that's something that probably not a lot of people are aware of. Are there limited spots for that? Or
There was 35,000 spots released on the 1st of July, so unlike other years previously, we expect this to last some time, so we expect going into the new year spots still to be available.
Excellent, that's great.
And it doesn't have to be genuine savings, so most people think it has to be genuine savings, but we've got about 6 lenders on our panel who are participating under the scheme, so it's just a matter of ticking the box. It can be if you're renting a property through a licensed real estate agent, then we can use that rental history in lieu of genuine savings.
Yeah, that's excellent, because we've got a rental crisis at the moment. We've got a shortage of property, so if someone has been out there renting and they've got a good history and they can show it, they can use that. That's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and what else is available out there for? We're going to talk about single parents, because there's lots of really hard-working single parents out there that deserve a home for them and their family. How does that look?
Absolutely. So similar scheme, except much lower entry point for deposit. So for single parents, it's a 2% genuine savings or a 2% deposit required under that same scheme, and the government is guaranteeing the balance as well. So again, no lender's mortgage insurance, 2% genuine savings, and obviously just got to pass the normal serviceability tests. But that's a terrific opportunity for single parents to get into a home, like I said, when there's such a shortage of rental properties, and I'm sure that there'll be many people that would like to secure their own home with that sort of deposit.
That's it, and I mean, it's one of those things that these are people that have worked hard. It's just the situation and the circumstances that have created what's happened at the moment. So if they can get into their own home, that's just awesome.
Absolutely, it's great.
So we've got the first home buyers grant that's out there at the moment, single parents incentives and grants as well. So what do people do if they're interested? Just give you guys a call?
Yeah, just give us a call, Google Mortgage Choice Ipswich, and give us a call.
So another quick question, just off the top of your head, and I know you know the answer. How many lenders do you deal with?
It's constantly changing, but at the moment we've got over 30 lenders on our panel.
There you go. I like that answer, because I don't want to ever just go somewhere and go, look, you're going to try and push me through to your one provider that you use. So you've got 30 different lenders to potentially pick from.
And it's interesting to see with those lenders too how they vary, whether it's pricing or policy. It may be that you're not ticking the box with one lender, but another lender, you know, their policy is different, and you may just qualify with a loan with them where you've been knocked back by another lender.
That's excellent. Well, thank you so much for coming in once again. And thank you to everyone watching here today. Hopefully you've taken something away from it. If you love our podcast, and hopefully you do, please like and share them. And if you've got any questions, contact Mortgage Choice or us here at First National. And as always, we're talking everything property. So yes, we're talking about interest rate rises and refinancing and loans. We've got some awesome topics coming up. We've got a meeting coming up with the Mayor, talk about Ipswich and the CBD precinct and what's happening there. And of course, we're going out into Ipswich to show you this beautiful city and hopefully give you a little bit of information, some history on some big sites around here that you may not have known about. Anyway, hope you enjoyed what you've seen, and we'll hopefully catch up again in the next podcast.